Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And today we have one straight off the shelf with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Movie Edition, Tatsu. Now, it is a rare find nowadays to get a turtle movie figure. So when this was finally announced, I know there was like some trouble getting the license for this character. I guess he had to give up his, name, image, likeness, whatever, to be able to be shot here in this awesome set. But here you got some glamour shots. I'm not sure what's up with this. I guess just some extra added value going on. We got Shredder, Tatsu hanging out doing Shredder and Tatsu things, and Tatsu there. And of course, with many of the Neca solo figures, we do have an open window here. A little Tatsu box art again, looking nice, pretty good there. And then the insides. Now obviously there's a lot going on in here, so we are going to take some time offline and get this bad boy unboxed. We'll be right back with Mr. Tatsu. Alright, and away we go with Mr. Tatsu. He does come out of the package with two Fists of Fighting Fury there. And he also does come with some C grips here. Some interesting C grips, not kind of your typical C grips. This one is more typical. This one has a little bit more kind of definition with the fingers. Two are not as closed as the other two, so that's interesting. That may be for holding the weapon or something like that. Let's see what else we got. We got some good old, I think I like to call these Haya hands. So you got some Haya hands there. Or if you're familiar with the military, you got the get the thumb behind there for a good old salute, or perhaps a get over there and do that for all my military peeps out there. We also have a kind of, what would be the term here? I guess a fan. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to describe it. So you got a little fan here. This is kind of the theme of this thing. I don't really recall what these accessories is. I don't really recall this ever being in the movie. Perhaps this was, which is like a closed fan. So maybe he was holding it, kind of like opening and closing it or something while talking to somebody. But again, nothing that I remember from the first two movies, so I could be wrong, but I do not know. And here's a good old kendo stick. This could be definitely used for your wrestling figures, as these are well known in the wrestling community. Some good details there. I do appreciate that. The extra little red and white ties there to keep the kendo stick all one piece. Very nice. And it does come with a sword and a sheath here. And the sword is not just for looks. It does come out. And you do get a fully realized sword there. So you can get you a better look at the handle there. There we go. So good color, good detail. The sheath does have like a wrapping look to it, so it's very nice. And then does have an extra little string. I guess it's pretty much a string. It's not the best rope there, I guess, to put around his waist, if you so choose. Again, I think he carried a sword, so that may be accurate. Not anything that sticks out overly big time for me, but all the same. It does come with an alternate head. You got his kind of yelling, screaming face there. It doesn't have a lot of anger behind it, so it is a little weird. The mouth being open is would kind of signify anger, but the rest of his face doesn't really give off too much of like a scrunchy, angry face. So that's interesting. And in this one, I have no idea. I don't know where they came up with this. If this was in the background of some shot, I don't know. Obviously, he never wore this in the movie, unless I just have 35 years of memory loss. This was definitely never in the movie. I won't complain. It's extra added value, but maybe value that could have been used elsewhere. I mean, I appreciate the fact they didn't throw in a canister of ooze, which is kind of what NECA does. But just an interesting choice. But on to the main event now. The man you all came to see, Mr. Tatsu. Good face there. Nice shading on the side. On the side, good there. Is soft goods underneath, all the way down, all the way across. This little part right here is nice textured rubber or plastic, whichever. Okay. I was wondering why it felt that way. Okay, so there's a little bit of fabric here that covers up this other plastic molded piece here. And then I think this is kind of the coolest piece here. The backside with his little symbol, and that's probably the foot symbol, I would imagine. Oh, you know what? I didn't show one extra accessory. Talking about the foot kind of sparked that memory. And then all the way down to the feet, he does have on some kind of ninja style shoes. Let's see what he's got going on. And then just some leg wrappings, very like Foot Clan style wrapping. So that's cool there. And then this is probably my favorite accessory, actually. This is a Foot Clan mask. I know during the movie he like yanks it off one of the guys' heads and's holding it. So that's pretty cool. I do dig that. So yeah, that's kind of the positive. I do like it. It's good, but it's also off. I feel like he looks too young. And these two face sculpts, I just feel like he looks too young. I think he's too smooth. I don't see any kind of wrinkles or anything, and I don't know that he was a very young man to look like this. This looks like a very early, mid-20s guy to me. Maybe I'm crazy, but I mean the mustache kind of gives him a little age, but I feel like the face itself is almost too smooth. There's no wrinkles. There's no like I was saying on the frown. On the frown, there's not a whole lot of wrinkle. There's a tiny bit of extra detail there on the eye, but so something missing with the face. It just doesn't quite hit the way it should, and some of these accessories, like I said, are a little questionable. I don't know if they just ran into a case of, well, there's really not much we can do with Tatsu for accessories. He just kind of walks around, beats up some guys. I mean, you could throw some gym equipment in there, but that would be kind of silly too. So not the best, not the worst. Definitely will not be making my top 10 figures of the year. I think for the length of time that we had to wait for Tatsu, I feel like we could have gotten a better figure out of Neca. But that's just my opinion. What are you guys' opinion? You guys like the Tatsu? You picking them up? You kind of sad about how the pace of the movie Turtles has really just turned into a tiny dribble of a leaky faucet where we just don't see much, or are we just out of things that we could do? I don't know. I think there's plenty more that could be done, and it's just a matter of getting them out there. But what do you guys think? Just, I don't know. I'm bummed. I really wanted this to be better than it is. It's cool, but honestly, I think I'm gonna display him like this. Like, you'll know who it is and stuff from behind, but I don't know that I'm going to do a full-on face look here on the head display. I think it just bugs me that much. But, again, that's just me. I'm happy we got him. Having him is much better than not having him. So, I think we're going to leave it at that for today, but do us a favor. Go ahead and hit us with a like. Leave us a comment down below. Definitely, what are your thoughts on this figure? Am I just feeling weird about it today, or do you kind of have the same sentiment as I do about this figure from NECA? And then, of course, subscribe to the channel as we post new content every single day. We are about a year strong on making sure that we get new content every single day out there, so something to keep in mind. Always going to have new videos put out for you guys, and of course your subscriptions, your likes, and your comments definitely help us grow and continue doing what we love, and that's checking out action figures and hanging out with you guys. But I think it's time to hang out with I guess myself, sad as that is, but all the same, I'm going to grab me a little cold one, and I'm going to throw one back, and we'll see you all next time.